Hey there, folks. So I'm here in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon. And as you can see here behind me, it's the homeless harassment squad. So there are three different officers over there. And what they do is they follow around this cleanup truck and cleanup bike and basically harass the unhoused, take their items, post their camps. So just show you what these guys look like. So you have the Portland Patrol, and then you have I think this might be community outreach. And basically what's going on is that these douchebags go around and harass unhoused people. And you know, in Oregon, in Portland, people die on the streets, and especially the Portland Police Bureau kills unhoused people. So there's a recent quote from the Portland Police Bureau where they were doing their morning briefing, and one of the officers said, "If you see a homeless black person, kill that person." And you know, it was kind of laughed off, but basically Portland Police Bureau has a reputation for murdering people of color and murdering people who are in mental health crisis. So you know, it's really, really sad that the taxpayers pay for this type of enforcement operation. And you know, these guys, they make their living by going around and harming the people who are most at risk in society. So the people who are already down and out and have basically nothing to their name, these guys come along and further ruin their lives. That's how these guys make their living. You know, these guys probably go to church and consider themselves to be decent human beings, but at the end of the day, they're basically dirtbags. You know, the worst sort of dirtbags, in my opinion. And you know, they try and carry themselves like they're respectable, decent human beings, but there's nothing good about these types of people. So you know, what happens is, if you don't have a place to live, then it's basically a crime in Portland to live. If you don't have a place to live, guys like this will come along and give you a ticket, and you know, they'll take your blankets, they'll take your tarps, they'll take whatever kind of personal items you happen to have that you don't have any place to store, and throw it in a dumpster. Like, all across the country, people who don't have a place to live have their personal documents taken, their medical documents, they have their court documents taken and thrown in the garbage, and basically at gunpoint by these costumed thugs. So you know, I don't have any respect for these types of people. I personally think that they're garbage, worse than garbage. And you know, they get up each morning and go to work to do this. This is what gives their life purpose. You know, this is how they sustain themselves, is by going around to homeless camps, busting up the homeless camps, running warrants and arresting people. You know, they these are basically modern day Nazis in costumes. They go around enabling fascism. Because let's face it, when you are an unhoused person, you don't own any property. All you have is like the very bare bones of survival. And then these are the people who come along and take it from you. So, you know, I think they're the worst sorts of humans. I don't understand how someone could, you know, do this job. It doesn't make any sense to me. And you know, I honestly hope that someday they overdose on steroids or whatever kind of junky drugs they're into, because they're horrible people. Meanwhile, we actually have like an enormous problem in Portland with human trafficking, with heroin, methamphetamines. We have real serious problems in Portland. And yet these dirtbags go around harassing the people who have almost nothing. They have virtually nothing. And these guys come along and take it away. So like, if you don't own anything and all you're doing is trying to like survive, cling to like your very last vestiges of dignity, these guys will come along and take it from you. And I don't have any respect for them. I don't understand how anybody could have any respect for these guys. And we pay for it. We pay for it. This lady's disabled. She has a walker. So here we have the police harassing a disabled, unhoused person.
Talking about medical issues that came out from this place.
No, it's okay.
It's a HIPAA thing.
No, it's okay.
Don't put me on.
My feet are injured. My feet that I walk on are very injured.
Sir, you just littered.
And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to yell at you, sir. You're so helpful, and I really appreciate it. I just really try to do it because I have a physical injury. But then my feet is actually yeah, I know. It's not a psycho. I know I'm a psycho. But you know I have psych issues. But then you know I have a physical injury.
Well, let me know.
Okay, so a physical injury. Both of my feet are basically injured and I cannot walk. It would be awesome if I could have somebody with me that could push me around, or maybe a wheelchair. So I need either somebody to push the walker or a wheelchair. Or I'll just hobble around as I have been doing every couple of days, and then I'll just injure my feet more and more and more, and then hurt myself more and more and more. Because they keep getting worse every